slip into a deeper trance.
Hello, welcome to another video. This is a win video that I got this morning, and I just wanted to do some audio commentary over the top of it. I think it was very good, and it's one of the reasons why I am now enjoying playing Warzone again. One of the biggest reasons is they've gone back to how the game was back in 2020, but it gives the casual player a chance to win, to survive, and actually really enjoy games. And I'm really thankful for this, because at the end of Urzikstan, or in Urzikstan's life cycle, the game just for me got miserable. I was very outmatched, outgunned, and outmaneuvered all the time. I'd get a win, and then probably a few weeks would go by, and I'd manage to scrape another win. Since Warzone has gone back to what we remember, I've had quite a few wins. I've had 7 or 8 since the launch. And not all because I was doing anything different to what I used to do. Map knowledge, obviously, because I used to play on Verdansk back in the day, so I do know the map really well. But just the fact that I'm not being... The biggest one for me, I think, is I'm not being outmaneuvered. Omni movement has been massively reduced. And it's easier to shoot people now. That's the biggest thing for me. I used to have people flying around me and not getting any hit markers from my perspective, and it was just frustrating. When now, for the casual player, this is brilliant. This moment you're about to see, as I land thinking no one's here, even surprised me, because I am never good with a pistol. Never. But you watch this now. Even I was surprised.
Someone could be here. I didn't know. My log just not seen him. He is here. No way.
Nice. Even I was surprised with that. I don't normally win a lot of pistol fights. Didn't even know they were there. This is where I've been coming a few times. I got shown this spot by a couple of friends, saying, "Oh, there's always orange boxes." So I thought I'd, give it a go. And yeah, just totally won that fight. So that's me happy. This is a win I got this morning. A nice solo win. I do play a bit more withdrawn. I do play a bit more quieter in my solo games. I don't land at any hot drops because I'm not that good. My movement skills are average at best. My aim sometimes can be questionable. But now it's all been dialed back from Urzikistan, I now have a chance of getting really good wins and playing tactically, thinking about what I'm doing. And now, the resources are very minimal. Oh, I get shot here. Yeah.
Like that.
Don't know what he was doing. I forgot about him. He come out of nowhere. It made me jump. But luckily I had a purple AK, which I think made me win that fight. I don't know what he had. He missed quite a few shots, which is good. So yeah, so everything's been dialed back, and I feel like I now have a chance at wins. I think a lot of people feel like they have chances now because the Omni movement was crazy on Urzikistan. I didn't like it. I was getting outmaneuvered loads of times. I mean, I'd get a win, and then, or at least scrape together a win, and then weeks would go by until I got another one, because the skill gap was huge. And as a casual player, someone who doesn't stream, someone who doesn't play for 8 to 10 hours a day, can only master so much. It's just, it was just really hard. But now we're back to Warzone as I remember. Now we're back to Warzone where the movement, luckily, they managed to dial it back. It feels nice, but it doesn't feel overpowerful for some players and others. I think the biggest thing about the movement is I'm able to actually hit my target more now than people just flying around me. This bit of the game was really weird. I was taking a wide rotation because I knew there was a guy down there sniping and wanted to get around him. There's no UAV, nothing going on. This car, I can hear it on my right now, comes out of nowhere. Right, there's no UAV because I can tell it's on the minimap. This guy's driving. Right, he's down low. How do you know where I am? Right, watch this. Just so happens to drive over me. That in itself was suspicious. There's no UAVs. He wouldn't be doing a heartbeat sensor because he's busy driving. There's no way out of all that space he would know where I was. And more importantly, he was down low, I was up high. There's no way he saw me there. So that in itself is suspicious. I do think the cheating problem in Verdansk is not as obvious as it was in Urzikstan, that's for sure. But I still think they're always going to have problems when it comes to a free-to-play game. But that there was suspicious, and I was a bit naffed off. But, you know, I do like the old Gulag. I do find the stone throwing thing really irritating, though. It's very off-putting, and the fact you can lose health is very frustrating if a team comes in together, especially in duos. I find in duos, if a duo die and you're in a Gulag, their mate is going to pummel you as much as they can. But it is what it is. You know, I'm working my way around it. I had a win last night too with my cousin. We were playing duos, and I actually had another 12 kill win. I haven't had double-digit wins for a long time, especially in Urzikstan. Now, I do go a bit sneaky here, just trying to figure out where he is, and I realised he was over here. Sometimes I find the foot audio that people are running around who are waiting can be quite disorientating as well, but it is what it is. I was quite surprised to spawn all the way over here, and one thing I don't like about Quarry is the big building in the middle of Quarry. There's always someone sniping, there's always something camping the loadout, camping the buy station, sorry, down the bottom there. I was very tempted to go to the buy station to buy plates, but a previous game a while back I did that and someone was sat in the window and just picking people off at that buy, so I'm very cautious around this area. So what I decided to do now was a bit slow and steady. I was expected to be shot. There's always someone sneaking around here. I decided I was going to wait for my free loadout, but what I was going to do is I was going to nip down to these kind of huts on the outskirts and see what I could find. I am a very slow, cautious player when it comes to solos. Everyone's different. Some people like to drop at the hotspots. Some people like to try and go for high kill games. I'm a bit 50-50. I like the fact that the tacticalness of this has come back, because there's a lot on the line now. In Urzikstan, we had abundance of resources. Money, UAV, self-revives, and lots of ways of getting back from the Gulag, like Gulag tokens. Most people would win their Gulag, scoop up the money, try and land at the buy station, and quickly buy another Gulag token, which increases their chances of winning, obviously because you can get second chances until the Gulag closed. Urzikstan was also a pain because of redeploy drones and ways of getting around the map. And you'll get back from Gulag, you'd be trying to regain, a UAV would go off, and then the latest sweat would fly over onto you and literally rinse you out of existence. This is what I do not miss. I really think that Warzone in Urzikstan was catered for the fast-paced online streamer gamer style. And that's fine. But also, if you think about it, yes, people stream, people play online, people are competitive, whatever. But there's also a massive casual player base, like myself and my friends, that want to enjoy playing this Battle Royale. And when it's catered to the streamer, fast-paced gamer style, a lot of people won't play it. I was only playing it because my friend from work plays it, Technation, and he still wanted to play it, so I wanted to play it with him. All my other friends had gone, had enough, fed up. Now they're all back, and it's brilliant. The balance has been tipped. Casual player has a chance. You're not just running around under 50 million UAVs going off like in Urzikstan and people knowing where you are, because resources are minimal, plates are minimal. You know, you do get a free self-revive. You only get your one Gulag chance, because after that there's no Gulag tokens. You might get other chances at the end of the map. But apart from that, the survivability and the excitement of the Battle Royale feeling is back, and this is what I remember. Now, I'm playing very cautiously here because there is a loadout there. There was another loadout that dropped out behind me, so I know there's a couple of players around. So yes, I'm being a dirty player, and I'm camping someone's loadout. I have no problem with campers. I have no problem with people playing slow, because 9 out of 10, I am one of them. I like to take my time. If you want to be a high kill gamer, go ahead. I am not. I'm just thinking, I really want to get to that buy station. That is my thought. But I just wanted to hang around for a little bit, just to see if anybody turns up. There are people on my prox chat. I'm not sure what the range is on the prox chat anymore, because someone said if they're red, they're really far away. If it's white, they're closer. But I don't know how he knows that. I've not really seen anyone explain it. Loadouts, I'm gone for the AK-74. I like to say the AK-47 because that's really what it is. But this is the AK-74. I've been switching between that, the AMAX, and the Grau. You know, the AMAX is my second favourite. I've been getting quite a lot of wins with it. My win last night, my cousin, I was using the AK-74. Got a 12 kill win. It was very fun. It was nice to get a win with my cousin again. He was one of the ones I was playing with back in the day of 2020. He had 4 kills, I had 12. Don't ask me how I got 12, because at one point I thought we were definitely going to die. Trying to find, there's a loadout that dropped down this neck of the woods. There's normally a box in here. I was hoping there was, and there wasn't. I was hoping to find a plate, and I didn't. A loadout landed down here. I saw it in the sky, so I wasn't sure if someone was going to rotate round. So I'm just kind of, as Westy says, sometimes you tactically hold an area. You don't camp. You are tactically holding an area. I have nothing against camping. If people want to set shop up in a house and stay in it for the duration of the game, you feel free. I only hold areas when I need to, and then I rotate. When me and my friend Technation were playing Urzikstan, we camped a lot near the end because we were getting outgunned and outplayed, and the only option was to get into the middle of the circle, flipping mine up a building and see how long we can hold out. Or, secondary to that, water plays.
That loadout gone?
That loadout has actually disappeared that I marked down there. So that player has died. That car came round. I wasn't sure if that was the car that ran me over earlier or someone else. So I was getting a bit nervous. But now I'm twitching for that buy station. I really want to go for it. So I'm just waiting to see where that car's gone, because I wasn't sure if it was the guy that ran me over. Oh, there you go, look. This random camping sniper who kicked.
You are the best.
There's a lot of people complaining about camping on this one, I noticed in the chat.
I don't know if I can get to
Camping is just another tactic.
very open.
No one's cheating or hacking. You know, complain when someone's cheating, yeah. Oh, he's hacking, he's got hacks, whatever, wall hacks, whatever. Don't whinge about campers, because they're just playing the game. There's enough problems that go along with Warzone in the past, and, you know, as they change stuff. Don't complain about someone's playstyle. I wasn't complaining about people in Urzikstan flying around me. I was trying to get on with it, but it just was very frustrating. I'm not very good at the movement. I'm average at best. So to have an omni movement Warzone in Urzikstan where people were just literally flying around like Disney on ice, and I couldn't get hits on them, and they would just rinse me. It was frustrating. But on this one, I'm actually hitting my shots and hitting my targets. And I have come across people sliding around me. It's not like totally gone. So yeah,
just go for it.
I'm still playing. I know you're probably thinking, "Oh man, you're so boring, just sitting." I'm just making sure. Now I'm going for it. I want the building. I want the buy station, and I need to get my regain on the go. I've got 1 plate missing. I just wanted to make sure that I knew this area was clear. You're never 100%. I do like being back in Quarry. I wouldn't say it's one of my favourite areas of Verdansk, but it's one I didn't mind. This building in particular had some crazy fights in it. So coming in here, I was a bit like, oh no, is someone going to be hiding somewhere? But I wasn't hearing a single step. And luckily, as you can see, I start finding some plates. I weren't going to bother with that. I wasn't too fussed. And the best thing is there is a recon drone right there. So I thought, you know what? We'll have a quick scan. We'll just see if anybody's around. There's someone on my chat. I can see it keep popping up.
I'll get out the window.
I'll get out the window. That building's clear.
Anybody around?
All this ends up being clear, which is quite curious because I definitely saw a loadout box dropped over in the back there, quite away from mine. So knew someone was in the vicinity, but as you can see by my recon drone, no one is pinging up. So now I knew, brilliant, I'm going to go to the buy station.
We've got plates.
Now I was going to buy a load of plates, but I was finding plates sat here and there, so what I thought I'd buy now is a self-revive. And I'm glad that I did, because you know why? That self-revive helps me later in this game. Sometimes people say self-revives are a bit of a waste because 9 out of 10 when you're downed, the person comes to finish you off. Well, the beauty about this was the person that downs me a bit later didn't risk coming to get me because he had a good position, and that helped me, and it even got me the win. So yeah, I'm not going to complain. Loving being back on this map again. I was saying to my cousin last night, oh my word, I never would see the day where I thought we'd be back on Verdansk. We enjoyed this map. This map has really good, interesting, POIs, good places of interest, and they've even made it look loads better. I mean, we've obviously in 2020 we were on PS4s, but now on PS5, so it should look better. Better technology. I've already got the skin, but the good thing is you never should not open these saves because look, free UAV. I know that I get kill streaks out of those saves, so I always open them. Even though I've got the skin and I managed to unlock it, still open the safes because you never know what you're going to get. That's a nice free UAV. Gives me the chance to see that there's no one ahead at all. And now I'm able to think about getting a bit further in and getting a good position. So what I decided to do is I see that guy there, so I'm going to mark him. Just remember where he is. I pretty much just want to see where the zone is going to go. I want to see where I'm going to rotate to. The good thing is, I think they've got their movement at a real good place. I mean, you can still feel the Omni movement, but it's not crazy aggressive. So I'm able to, to do a bit of slide cancelling. I need to practice my drop shotting, which I haven't done for a while. I kind of went off drop shotting because 9 out of 10, when I used to lie down drop shotting, the only thing that they see when you're lying down in front of them is your head, and 9 out of 10 on lose fights. So that was just my experience. But I do like the fact that, you can still dive any which way, and you still have that nice fluidity of the Omni movement. So you can slide yourself out of a scrape. It's just not so overpowered. And it really was an Urzikstan. It was so overpowered, it was unreal. Just popped up on someone's UAV there. I wasn't sure if it was this buy station here. But then I just remembered that when I popped mine, no one was here. But someone could have been moving with Ghost on. I was kind of hoping that Ghost was going to revert back to it just you having it on. But it still only activates Ghost when you're moving. You have to be moving. I don't think that matters on how you move. If you crouch, run or crawl. But it has to be while you're moving. Still haven't tried a lot of the other perks yet. I actually use, if you look at my perks at the bottom, I've got cold-blooded, even though not many people are using thermal scopes, so I might change that. I might consider running something else. I've got ghost on, but I've got that new perk on. Now, for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called, and that's very unprofessional of me, but it allows you to move quicker when you're crouched, when you're prone, and also it helps your friends revive you faster when you're downed, and you can move faster when you're downed, which is probably better to get out of the way of a position. A lot of people think this perk is a waste. A lot of streamers do anyway. And do you know why? Because streamers don't tend to spend their time crouch walking and crawling and moving slowly. They're flying around the map trying to get high kill wins. This perk to them is absolutely useless. But for a person like me, whose play style is slower and more tactical and thinking about my rotation, I think that perk is better for me. Oh, look, there's a loadout on the hill. Now, I wasn't sure if this person was going to rotate this way, but they actually don't. I don't know which way they rotate, but they don't come this way as of yet. I am now just kind of holding off because I'm not sure if I need to go left around this circle or right. So I'm going to tactically hold this position. I'm not going to peek out too much because I don't want someone to see me and then they have me held in here, because when you got the gas on your back and someone knows where you are, you're pretty much as good as dead. I'm just going to hold this position. The gas is coming in and I want to know which way I am going to rotate. Obviously I'm always nervous about buildings ahead, because people could just sit in them, peek out the window and just watch people rotating in. So at this point, I'm not feeling massively confident because I just feel like there's going to be people ahead in the buildings. But the thing is, you never know what you're going to get with this game. You never know what you're going to experience. And I'm a bit more faster paced in teams because, you know, I like to keep my teammates entertained and rotating and seeing what we can do. When I play solos, I tend to be a bit more reserved. So yeah, it's just me. I have no problem with campers or people with slow play styles. If I wanted to be a high kill gamer and get high kill wins, I would try, but I don't. So here we go, moment of truth. So we're heading more around to the right than the left because I want to be on the small side. Now, if you look where it is, there's a whole load of buildings in the middle. There's 2 cars. There's 3 cars by buildings. So you kind of know where people have just driven up really fast and jumped out to get a position. Obviously, I'm making my way in. I don't normally do this. You know, sometimes I try to get in the zone more. It's been a while since I'm actually on the edge of zone. This was just a choice from coming back from my gulag, getting my load out quietly. I've given myself this choice of being on edge of gas. Obviously, always get your melee weapon out because you run faster, which is, I'm glad they kept that in because that is quite helpful. I like the fact that you can still get to places like this really quickly. And I think because they've got rid of all the zip lines and redeploy trains, I think that's still a nice thing to keep in because it does give people a chance to rotate a little bit quicker. I wouldn't say it's overpowered. I wouldn't say it needs to be taken out. At this point, when I'm running through the open, I could have been shot at any angle at any point and probably killed because of the high TTK. So I think because of the high TTK, I think it's good that they've kept that in just to give you a chance to move in a little bit quicker. Now I'm being very cautious because I'm surrounded by windows and people could just be sitting and waiting for me. Don't need my loadout. I'm just taking my time. And this is my kind of play style at the moment when it comes to solos. I like to just take my time and I like to tactically think about my rotations. People shoot on the left, you can see them on the minimap. So I know people are that way. So I'm not going to rotate that way. I know where it's going to go. That big cluster of houses that's in the middle of that circle, I know it's going to pull there. I already am feeling it's going to be there. And I don't want a fight on the way in. I don't want people to know where I am because I'm going to have to push to those buildings. And if they hear gunfire, they are going to continue to look this way. So I'm not going to go left to those houses already. I've made my mind up. I'm already going to go right. As you can see, I'm making my way that way. Someone could still be here. I've not got a heartbeat sensor, so I've literally just got to hold my breath, take my chance, and hope that no one's around this corner ready to see me and shoot me. I knew it was going to be this cluster of buildings here. Obviously, the main element of these buildings is being on that roof.
There's people in these buildings.
If I remember correctly, there's 2 points of entry to that roof. Either end, there's stairs going all the way up. I was expecting to die right here. I was expecting a person to either be in that building on the right or that building on the left. So this was me thinking, this is it. You know, this is me done. But never give up because you never know. You don't know where people actually are. You know people are going to be in these buildings, but you don't know where. And luckily for me, I just go for it. Expecting to be shot right now. Nothing happens. I hear someone to my right over there. So I decide to go straight through to the diner. This is where it starts to get a bit more fun now. There's someone died in here. They've got a thing down. I thought I'd put that there. A barrier down just in case I need to get behind it. They got killed. I saw their body. Is someone still in here? Sorry. People rotating in. Right, so all these buildings on the mini-map that are left in are going to have people in. And we know that because there are 6 people left. Now this is the moment where my self-revive comes into play. I know there's going to be people in these houses. I was thinking here I'm going to need to get across this street. He died there. Oh, munitions. Thank you very much. Now, if you look to my right now, I spot somebody there in the window. I was like, great. Now, he's not going to push me because he doesn't want to lose his position. He's in the circle, which gives me the chance to get my revive off. He tries to Molotov me. This is where I don't know if I should or not, but I just thought I'm going to use my airstrike. I'm going to throw it on him so he doesn't peek again, and I'm going to get across the road. This is risky because anyone could be in here. Luckily, I make it in, and I'm just going to hit a corner and just sit there. There's someone above me. He's to my right, and I know that guy was shooting me from the roof over there, so he has probably parachuted over. The good thing is about playing this, not for the first time, but coming from this map, I know this map. I know where all the doors are, all the windows are, all the stairs are. I already know in my head, and I'm already thinking ahead of where I'm going to rotate to when the circle moves. I can hear people moving around and twitching. It's going back to the diner. So this is where I'm now thinking. I don't want to go that way because he's there, and I know there's two people above me. I don't think there's anyone on my level. I think they're all above, so I'm just going to get this desk so I've got something to hide behind. Now already I'm thinking I'm not going to go straight into diner because that's where everyone's going to go. So I'm deciding here I'm going to go a bit to my left. And I know also, knowing the map really well, there's walls to hide behind. That wall there, and I can see it, and I like the idea. So use my smokes, going to get there early, just go. Hopefully no one shoots at me. Lovely spot, great. Use my munitions quick, top up my smokes. He's shooting, I can see them on the minimap. I'm watching the minimap as well. And everyone is going to push the diner. Now, I wasn't sure if he landed on the roof or not. I saw him go for it. I wasn't sure because I didn't see him land. I thought he went in it. I'm going to wait for the next pull. Ah, it's there. But luckily, I know also that there is a ladder on the back of this building here. This is risky. Could get shot off. He was up on the roof and he just started to shoot at me. Now, I tried to peek him to get the shot off, and he's already pre-aiming his sniper. I'm so lucky he didn't get that shot off. Now I'm down to 2 plates. I now want them two to fight. I know they're both down there. There's 3 left. I'm not going to risk peeking over. What I'm going to do is jump down the back here. I know no one's this side. They're fighting. I'm going to get my thermites out. And look at that. For the win. Now, a lot of that was me and map knowledge. These people, the players I'm against, might not know this map well. There might be returning players, there might be brand new players. So what goes in my favour is my map knowledge there. I knew the buildings, I knew where the ladder was, the wall was, the cover was. That's important. But this is what I'm loving. This is what I'm loving about this coming back. And as it is, it's brilliant. And I'm really enjoying it again. And I get to play as I remember. So yeah, I get the win, a really lovely win, a solid start, solid rotation at the end, absolutely brilliant. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the win as much as I did, and hopefully I will catch you in the next video. Thank you, bye.
Let me slip into a deeper trance.